let's talk about the difference between physical and chemical properties of matter. Physical properties are all those properties that we can observe about matter that does not change the identity of matter. For example, the color of an apple. We can observe the color of an apple without it changing the identity of that apple. In boiling point, we can observe the temperature at which a substance will change from a liquid to a gas, but that does not change the identity of that substance. Nor does changing from a liquid to a gas, meaning its states of matter, changes the identity. We can cut an apple into smaller pieces, but it's still an apple. And we can dissolve salt into water, telling us that salt is soluble, but it doesn't change the identity of the salt or the water. These are all examples of physical properties because we can observe these without observing a change in the identity of the substance. Chemical properties are those that are observed as the change is occurring. So, as a substance is changing into a new substance, that's when we know that it is a chemical property. So, flammability. If we burn paper, it turns to ash. So, the fact that we can see it burning lets us know that that is a chemical property. A substance reacting and changing into a different substance when acid is added to it, that is a chemical property because we are observing it changing into a different substance. And rust occurring to metal, it changes the properties of that metal where it's no longer the same metal that made up your car. Now, you probably noticed that, wait a minute, all of these things are changing, yes. So, chemical properties are observed as the substance are changing into something else. Once we know it, we know that that is a chemical property of that substance, but we usually don't know it until that substance has changed into something else. So, why is this even important? Why do we even talk about it? Well, properties, chemical and physical properties, help us to identify matter. It helps us to predict how it's going to behave in different situations. Now, let's say I had to identify these two substances. A couple of properties is that both of these substances are magnetic and both of them are solid. And so far, the properties are the same. So, understanding a couple of properties may not help me to identify the substance. It's when we gather many different properties that we can narrow down the identity of a substance. For example, the different boiling points or melting points. In this case, these substances have different melting points. One has a higher reactivity than the other one, which leads me to identify the first substance as iron and the second substance as nickel. So the more properties that we have, the better we can identify the substance.